all, this is Emily Graziano, and I have a fun little announcement that I'd like to share with all of you because I think you guys will really, really dig it. So, Sunday, this coming Sunday, December 8th, my dad and I, yes, I said my dad and I, okay? My father and I, Tom, are going to the Arcada Theater in St. Charles, Illinois to see Jim Peterik play with the Ides of March. It is their traditional Christmas concert, so it's kind of like a 2-in-1 thing. They're going to play Christmas songs, and then they're going to play like their most famous like Ides of March, Survivor songs, and other songs that Jim has written like for 38 Special, or just like his most famous songs that he's written. And I think it's really going to be fun. I love the Arcada Theater. The last time I was there was July 1st, 2023. I met Ace. So the Arcada, I've been there twice before, both to see Ace, but the Arcada Theater, I think it's my favorite venue, personal favorite venue, and my dad's never been there. So I think he's really going to like it because, one, it's actually a historic building that's been restored, and my dad likes buildings like that because he actually used to work at a movie theater called the Colony Movie Theater in the mid-70s when he was like 14, 15. So because the Arcada itself used to be a movie theater, I think he'll really appreciate that. Two, there's not a bad seat in the house. I think it houses under 1,000 people, so it's actually quite an intimate venue. And I think he's going to like that. And I think he's just going to appreciate it because it's within, like, it's probably as far as a venue as downtown, but this one is just, it's more quaint, the environment, and I think he'll really like it. Besides, there's a White Castle kind of on the way there, so that's always a thumbs up because my dad he worked for White Castle for about 40 years in the maintenance department. So all of the fryers and freezers and machines and drive-throughs and signs and stuff like that, he was responsible for the upkeep of that. So if you've ever been to a White Castle, in the Chicagoland, Indiana, Wisconsin area, my dad has probably fixed something from there. And he continues to keep in touch with some of his former coworkers and mentor them on how, like, techniques and stuff like that. And in return, he gets an update on the company and stuff like that. He just, keeps in touch with them. But anyway, I found this, and I thought it'd be really fun to share. It is a ticket from 1987, Survivor. Survivor is one of my dad's favorite groups. He's seen them 3 times. This is the Holiday Star. This was his favorite venue in Maryville, Indiana. They tore this venue down, and my dad said there was not a bad seat in the house, even on the balcony. The Arcada is a very similar setup with not a bad seat in the house, so I think that will be a reason why he really likes the Arcada. But I thought this was so cool that he saved it all these years later. And I have something else cool. Right here, this was at the Rosemont Horizon in 1985. REO Speedwagon and Survivor. Survivor opened for REO because REO is one of his other favorite bands. This, he stood outside for a negative 30-degree wind chill, and nobody left the line. Both bands were on fire. Was anybody at this concert at the Rosemont Horizon, January 19th, 1985? I think it's amazing that he saved that. Survivor is not listed because they were just the opener, but weirdly, they're listed on this ticket, but they were not there because my dad said they left the tour by then. So they did not open for Bryan Adams on that later in 1985 too. So, and then some of these other tickets in this frame that my dad saw were Triumph, and he went to see Bryan Adams again. Yeah, my parents, they saw Bryan Adams a lot. My dad saw Bryan 3 times, and my mom saw him at least twice, I think. But yeah, thought that was pretty cool to share. But yeah, Survivor, my dad, I have some of his records that I kept, Premonition. Of course, we got Eye of the Tiger. Actually, my mom has a copy of this too. Vital Signs, which is probably my personal favorite album that they did. And I have Too Hot to Sleep. I'm so close to having them all. Really, I am. And the sad part is my dad had them all, but stupidly I didn't keep some. So that's actually completely my fault. And then I'm reading Jim's book, which it will be read by the time we go on Sunday. It will. It's really, really fascinating so far. I have a lot of respect for him. From his life story, he's from right here in the Chicagoland area. He didn't feel the need to like live in LA or something like that. For a rock star, he still has a fascinating life, but it's without like the excess of that life. It's about like the booze and the women and the drugs and all that stuff. But it's still fascinating, and I find that very respectful. I'm not completely finished with it, but guess what? Beach Boys fans should always listen up, because there is a complete chapter in this book dedicated to his writing with the Beach Boys, both with Brian solo and for their 2012 reunion. He wrote the title track, That's Why God Made the Radio, and Isn't It Time, which both were released as singles in 2012. And then he wrote with Brian on his 2015 solo record, No Peer Pressure, as well as, what album did he write with Brian in the 90s, was it? If I try to look it up really fast, I forgot. He worked on, he doesn't mention, like, I swear it was his initial, Your Imagination, the 1999 album Imagination. He wrote the song Your Imagination, co-written with Brian. So, I knew about that, but his whole career, like, I had no idea about some of his songs. I had no idea that he co-wrote a lot for 38 Special, like Caught Up in You and Chain Lightning and Hold On Loosely. Like, I know all those songs, but it's like, wait, he co-wrote them? Like, I had no idea, because both my parents actually like 38 Special and they've seen them. But, so yeah, I think it's going to be really, really fun. And again, this is, my dad's going to see them for the first time in, like, 35 years, because he went to see them around 1991, and my mom went with them, or was it 92? I'm not sure anymore, but first time in about 30-something years that he's going back to see Jim Peterik, and he's actually quite excited about it. He doesn't show it, but he's like low-key really psyched. So actually, I'm really excited for him. Really, truly. And because my dad and he doesn't really, would he go see Kiss? No. Would he go see Ace solo or Gene solo? By the way, I do want to see Gene solo if he comes to the Chicagoland area. No. I really want to go see AC/DC. It will be my final chance to go see them. They've only toured 4 prior times in my lifetime. 96, I was born during the Ball Breakers tour. Stiff Upper Lip, I was 4. Black Ice, I was 13, and the Rocker Bus Tour, I was 19. I was in college. To be fair, I only missed out on 2 chances, but I really want to go see AC/DC. I don't know if my mom wants to go, but if I gently say, hey, do you want to see Brian Johnson and Angus? This is the last chance. Maybe I can swing it, but I don't know. But I'd like to go see AC/DC. But yes, this is something that my dad and I will be doing, and it's going to be really great, I think. And I'll have a follow-up video, so stay tuned for that Monday or Tuesday. So, yeah, I think it's going to be really, really fun. And I want to thank you for watching this video. And if you happen to be going to this concert, maybe I'll see you there. Until then, thank you for watching. I'm Emily, and have a great day. Bye-bye.